There's not a face for every culture, every ethnicity, every race. So when you tell me that I'm too dark to be Dominican, show me what a Dominican looks like. And then try to tell me that I'm not Dominican enough. Because you're wrong. I'm Dominican, I'm black, I'm an Afro-Latina, and you can't tell me any different. An Afro-Latina is simply a person who just identifies with their blackness. That's it. I'm a black girl and my family is from Dominican Republic. But people say I'm too dark to be Dominican. People say I can't be Latina. Growing up, there was no one who looked like me. I remember just being called charcoal. I remember being called too dirty. At one point, I stopped saying I was Dominican. My goal is simply to be able to help the youth feel comfortable in their skin and own it. Oye, ¿qué lo que? Hello? ¿Ustedes me están mirando? Most people know me as Monica Style Muse over on YouTube, Instagram, you name it. I've been able to be extremely successful as an Afro-Latina in the beauty space.
This is one of my favorite eyebrow pencils because the precision just makes your brows, you know I live for a brow lift.
I'm not the best makeup artist and never did I ever say I was, but I feel like if I can at least just inspire other people to just live in their own truth regardless of what other people think.
I know her because I follow her on Instagram.
Oh, she likes me.
I like her.
It took me maybe 3 years to really find myself and to be my own muse on my channel. You can put this all over your face to really bring the moisture back into your face so you look refreshed. One day I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna be myself.
Espérense, déjenme ponerme estos lentes.
At first, when I started speaking Spanish on my channel, they were like, can you stop this? Can you just make a separate channel? And I said, you know what, no. This is who I am, and it was the best decision I've ever made for myself.
Being a Latina means knowing that you have a culture and a background and a story that can't also be taken from you.
My audience is this sassy person who is just so ready to take on whatever the world throws at them. They're gonna figure it out one way or another, and that's what I've done. Even like thinking back to little Monica, baby Monica was so timid. She was so scared of the world. I'm an adult now. You can't really faze me. Cause si tu brillo te molesta, which means if my shine bothers you, that's not my problem.
Okay. Going through some beats. Hip hop allows you to be the voice for the voiceless. When I met Isaiah, I didn't know what to expect. Once I had an opportunity to communicate with him, I was like, nah, he can talk. He can talk. He has no problem talking.
And let's figure out how we want to end the song out, how we want to close it out.
When I think of Isaiah as an artist, I more so feel that he's a poet. He's writing poetry. He's talking about his experiences.
I don't care what people think of me. Pride and honor that they carry me. Jaw gone, but I love myself like a lion to my family.
The first record that Isaiah and I did was Oxygen to Fly. He wrote it, I was the voice.
Had a dream of rap the other day.
It's a challenge to be someone else's voice, but Isaiah has so many things that he wants to say. We find a way to make it work. Yeah. Okay. Well, next we can work on the second verse. Before I worked with Isaiah, I had a heavy presence in the local scene as far as rap music, as well as some community work.
All right, we're gonna take it from the top.
Okay. We were able to come together and kind of amplify our message, and that's just that you shouldn't stand to the side and do nothing if you're fully capable of doing something.
I brought out a special guest tonight, man. His name is Isaiah the rapper. Y'all do me a favor and make some noise for my boy Isaiah.
So all the things I feel inside, I share with my friends, my friends. I used to walk along, I said, take my hand, my hand. I used to pray to have a voice, now I'm like, amen, amen.
In a different mode, Cuddy on the road. Had to do some different things to put the family on. From a different cloth, I was born with Dad Joe.
I was always big. My story was that I was fat and that I was sort of doomed to be fat and unhappy and not live the life that I wanted to live. So being able to break down that story, it's been a lifelong process for me, and that's what I really am aiming to share with other people, is that that story doesn't have to be true. I'm Dana Falsetti, and I am a yoga teacher. Yoga is for everyone. Why do people need to be skinny to do yoga? It doesn't even make sense to me. The only thing that you need to practice yoga is the willingness to try. Welcome. So even bigger breath on this inhale. So belly rises up towards the sky. Rock the hips from side to side, just anything that feels good. I travel all over the world teaching body positive workshops. So I don't necessarily teach in a way that is about modifying or making the practice easier for anybody based on age or size or anything like that. It's more about teaching in a way that makes everyone feel really included and really comfortable. And lift the left arm up. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what any of you look like. Just do it and just feel amazing. From like age 10 or so on, I was always big. 3 years ago, I started going to the gym and just being really active in the pursuit to get smaller, and I lost almost 100 pounds. I got to my new body, and everything was exactly the same. I wasn't happier, and I didn't feel any better, and so I was at this point where I felt really just kind of lost and confused about what I needed, and so I went to yoga. Before I practiced, I didn't realize how capable my body was, because I just felt like it was fat and like I was lazy, and I believed everything about my body that sort of society sees when they see a fat person. I love my body, which is crazy because I really spent my whole life hating it. I mean, looking in the mirror and just feeling so disgusting, and I'm proud of it now, and I'm proud to take care of it.
When I first started climbing, I was so bad. I was so terrible, so slow. I'd tear my skin up all the time. And I was like, how the heck are we gonna go and do Mount Kilimanjaro? 3 words, I don't know. Those 3 words, 3 of the most important words in my life. All discoveries happen from I don't know. My name is Kyle Maynard, and I have an extremely hard time saying what it is exactly that I do. I've been an athlete my entire life. Football to wrestling to weightlifting and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and now most recently taking on climbing some of the highest mountains in the world. I was born with congenital amputation, so it basically means my arms end at the elbows, my legs end at the knees. You know, I think some people, they look at me and maybe even feel sorry for me, but really, truthfully, my life doesn't look a whole lot different than yours. You know, I type on my computer the same way, you know, I use my phone just like anybody else. I'm on Bumble like any other single person my age. We got a match. My first experience with climbing, really anything of significance, was in a CrossFit competition in 2010. The first workout was you had to do a 1,000-meter row on this rowing machine and a sprint up Stone Mountain. Everybody else did it in maybe 25 minutes. It took me an hour and 46 minutes. I tore all the skin up on my arms, but I got to the top and I was like, wow, this is breathtakingly beautiful. And I told my friend that night, I said, I want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can't, but I do know that I want to try to figure it out. I want to go and find a way and get up there. There were a ton of challenges with getting into climbing, and the biggest one was the gear. I literally started with bath towels duct taped to my arms and my feet. I couldn't go to the store and buy a typical pair of shoes, so we had to come up with a unique solution. Now to climb, I use a carbon fiber special custom shoe. I use those to bear crawl up Kilimanjaro. Then me and my team, we took on climbing Mount Aconcagua, the highest peak in South America. I felt my body was like in full shutdown mode. And it was brutal at moments, but it was breathtakingly beautiful. At the top of that mountain, you know, you can almost kind of make out and see like the curvature of the earth. I mean, it was just a moment I'll never forget. The reasons I climb aren't that different from other people. 95% of it does suck. I'm staring at the dirt. I'm not even able to go and talk to my friends and see the beautiful views unless I stop and sit down and look. But that 5% that doesn't suck, it's amazing. Get into a place that there's no way my wheelchair could have brought me there. That's what I love. I'm not trying to live to be 1,000. Like I want to go out there and have my life mean something. When I've gotten down and I've looked at the mountain and I see what we've achieved, it's like, wow, maybe that was a really bad idea that we were there, but it was beautiful.